At a bustling railway station, a beggar lived his life by asking for alms from passengers. Every day he approached travelers, hoping for kindness in the form of a few coins. One day he noticed a tall, well-dressed man stepping onto the platform. The beggar thought, "This man looks rich. If I ask him, he will surely give me a good amount." With hope in his eyes, the beggar stretched out his hand. But instead of giving him money, the tall man asked, "You are always asking, but do you ever give anything to anyone?" Confused, the beggar replied, "Sir, I am a beggar. I only take. I have nothing to give." The tall man smiled and said, "If you cannot give, you have no right to ask. I am a businessman. I believe in transactions. If you have something to offer, only then can I give you something in return." Saying this, the man boarded his train and left. The beggar kept thinking about those words. They struck deep in his heart. "Maybe I don't get much, because I offer nothing in return," he thought. "But what can I, a beggar, possibly give?" Days passed as he pondered this question. Then, one morning, as he sat near the station, his eyes fell on the beautiful flowers blooming nearby. An idea sparked. What if I give flowers in return for alms? Excited, he plucked a few flowers and began his usual rounds. Now, whenever someone gave him alms, he handed them a flower in return. People smiled and happily accepted the flowers. Soon, more and more people started giving him money. He realized something incredible. Whenever he had flowers, people gave him more. When the flowers ran out, so did the alms. And so, every morning, he collected flowers and exchanged them for money. His earnings increased, and for the first time, he felt a sense of dignity. One day, he saw the same tall man again. Eagerly, he approached him and said, "Today, I have something to offer you. Give me alms, and I will give you flowers in return." The tall man smiled and handed him some money. In exchange, the beggar gave him fresh flowers. The man laughed and said, "Well done, you have become a businessman, just like me." Once again, his words struck a chord in the beggar's heart. That's when it hit him. He was no longer a beggar. He was a businessman. Overcome with emotion, he looked up and declared, "I am not a beggar, I am a businessman." People around him thought he had lost his mind. But from that day on, he disappeared from the station. 6 months later, at the same station, two men in suits boarded a train. One of them smiled and extended his hand. "Do you recognize me?" The other man hesitated. "No, I don't think we've met before." The first man chuckled. "Think again. This is our third meeting." The second man was puzzled. "I don't recall. When did we meet before?" The first man said, "We first met when I was a beggar, and you refused to give me alms. The second time, I gave you flowers in exchange for money." The second man's eyes widened in surprise. "Oh, I remember now. But tell me, where are you headed in this fine suit?" With a proud smile, the former beggar replied, "I am no longer a beggar. Today, I am a successful flower businessman, traveling for my business." With a deep breath, he continued, "You taught me the law of nature, that we only receive when we give. Once I understood that, my life changed. I used to think of myself as a beggar, but in reality, I had already become a businessman. People were not giving me alms, they were paying for my flowers. With the money I earned, I bought more flowers. And slowly, I built my business. Today, I run a successful flower trade." The two men smiled at each other and walked off, discussing business like equals. This story teaches us a powerful lesson. If you want to succeed, you must learn to give before you take. Your success starts with your mindset. If you think small, you will remain small. But if you think big, nothing can stop you. Believe in yourself, take action, and watch how your life transforms. Your thoughts shape your future. Change your thinking, and you can achieve anything.